You might love pizza and ice cream. I like sushi and apples. They taste so good, don't they? But none of these is anywhere near the most popular food in the world. And to be honest, you may be shocked to learn that the most popular food in the world is kind of bland. When we talk about the most popular food in the world, we have to distinguish between what is the most popular in terms of what people actually consume versus what is the most desired food in the world, which does not necessarily mean that it's the most consumed because it may be too expensive, like ice cream, or it could be a treat rather than a staple food like chocolate. So let's look at foods that are the most consumed in the world. Let's look at corn first. The world produces more corn than any other single food in the world. If you go to the Midwest of the United States, you'll find miles and miles of farmland with nothing but corn growing on it. I grew up in Michigan and I used to wonder as a kid, who eats all this corn? Well, it turns out most of the corn is not consumed by humans, but by animals. It's used for animal feed. It's used in farming beef, pork, chicken, etc. So if you're a meat eater, you consume it indirectly. Most of the rest is used to make ethanol, corn oil, and corn syrup. A very small portion of it is actually directly eaten by people. The food that is the most popular, that is the most eaten by humans, is the second biggest crop in the world. And can you guess what that is? It is rice. Rice is the most important source of calories for human beings. People on average eat as much rice as their weight per year. The average person in the world weighs about 137 pounds. I unfortunately weigh much more than that. And 137 pounds happens to be about exactly what the average person consumes of rice per year. Now this varies, of course, depending on the region you live in. Asians consume much more rice than we North Americans, but good old plain rice gives us humans about 20% of our total calorie intake on average. Rice is so important to our human diet that it has actually contributed to the current population of the world. If we didn't have rice, a lot of our ancestors would have died. In fact, if we didn't have rice, a lot of people living currently might actually starve. Hey guys, did you find that interesting? Maybe you looked at something from a different perspective? I'd love to hear from you. Please put a comment below if you agree or disagree with anything or have something to add that I could learn from. Please subscribe now and send me your questions. If I like it, I'll make a video on it. Promise.